Okay, I want to do a reading right now about truth. So I'm talking about truth as it works its way through the media pretty much because that's kind of the only way that we know or think we know anything that's going on. So we've got, the Twitter files, we've got all the shit about Ukraine and Joe Biden and this stuff as well as as COVID and the vaccines, all of this stuff. And more than that, like the Jeffrey Epstein stuff and all of these things where we've got these little pieces of truth that are coming down, and sometimes they come down, they like rain down, right? And one of my friends was talking about this energy of basically the light being shown in the shadows, and like all of this truth would be coming out. So what I want to do is just sort of we're looking at early 2023 and that energy, and let's just look at it and see what we got. So REPA 19 was our random word and number for this. Root card is Knight of Pentacles. And on top of that is a Page of Pentacles. Wow. So we have two court cards. I am just going to show this because it's kind of peeking out at me from the corner of my eye. But the Knight of Pentacles was the real bottom card. And as I pulled that out, then the devil is there looking at me. Now, the Page of Pentacles over the Knight of Pentacles. Both of these, as pentacle cards, are driven by money and stuff, right? So, right away, this is saying to me that the truth is still going to be driven by money. Now, we've got a Page of Pentacles here, which is the open-minded new student. The page has a completely open mind, and I mean that's interesting in all of this because even amongst truth seekers, there are very few people with open minds, right? Everyone kind of has what they think is the case in their mind, and they're just trying to prove that. So here we have an actual open mind over the top of a Knight of Pentacles, which is basically doing the same thing over and over again. And what this is making me think of is actual journalists, right? An actual journalist with an open mind and just repeatedly every day, like hitting whatever the fuck journalists do. I don't know. Whatever their grind is, doing this day in and day out. So here, this also says that in the expose of these various truths, it all comes down to people. That this isn't necessarily, I mean, it is a bigger energy, but this isn't the hand of some, divine being that's moving shit around. This is people, right? And the people are still driven by money. So that's, to me, that's problematic because money can then buy those people. But let's just see what's on either side of this Page of Pentacles. All right, more Pentacles and another court card. So, Eight of Pentacles here. Whoop. And this is the workshop energy. It is very, very similar to this Knight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles, this is the craftsman just hammering the thing out. Again, if this is a journalist, this is a journalist who has done their fucking homework, right? They spend all of their time just cranking out articles or whatever it is that they do. This immediately has me thinking of one of my other friends who cranks out articles and is definitely involved in bringing truth to a wider a wider audience, you know. Now, as this moves forward, we get a Knight of Wands. So it looks like there is this impulsive, sort of uh, swift moving energy. So through this, we've got the open minded student, then they become kind of impulsive. Let's just see what they're running into over here, because it seems like that could be good or bad. Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is creative and artistic expression. So, I mean, as far as a journalist goes, this would just be their great work. Maybe it's a documentary, maybe it's a book, like whatever. So, as far as this truth seeking goes, and there seems to be a lot of it that's coming through as we go um, down the line here. This is journalists doing their job. Now, as far as that goes, for people who are not journalists, I think supporting journalists is probably the right thing to do. You know, it reminds me of the whole AI art thing. You know, if you hate AI art, well, then you should support a real artist. Um, Probably financially, because that's what fucking allows people to eat and live somewhere. Now, here, it's the same with journalists. So if you can give a real, hardworking, open minded journalist um, some money or something, you know, that's probably a good thing. But this does look good for truth coming out, but that truth is coming out because of open minded, hardworking journalists. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know. Well, all right. So, with this, let's see if there is an area where the light is going to be shined the greatest. Like, where does the spotlight go? And we get the Judgment card. Okay. Huh. Just as I look at this, so there's this fucking George Santos guy. You know, the dude, he got voted into Congress or something, and it turns out that he fucking lied about everything. And you see the regret on this person here. They're like, oh my God, what was I thinking? Now, I don't believe that that dude has any regret whatsoever. He's like, no, I accomplished my job. I got elected to Congress. Um, so the joke's on everybody else. Now, this looks like that kind of thing, where there's this regret, and here the person is just pleading like, oh, please don't judge me too harshly. But as far as this is one specific area, just because this immediately had me thinking of that George Santos guy, I'm going to say that this is probably politics. So that does not bode well whatsoever for Joe Biden. But that could have far reaching consequences. And also, none of these political fuckers are going to be safe from this, because for me, like 95% of them are corrupt, right? So I would just say from this card that this is probably going to hit the political sphere, and it looks like it will be kind of brutal, you know, like Tulsi Gabbard's interview with George Santos. That shit was funny. But this was Tulsi Gabbard, and that was Santos. Although he didn't actually have any regret, which was also kind of funny. All right, so that's what we get here. It will be an interesting year, and if you can support real journalists, please do so. And I will look in the mirror and I will say the same thing. But if you have any other ideas on this, or any other aspects you would like me to look at, feel free to let me know. Peace.